How will all of these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in with how the trade setup looks like and the stocks that are likely to be in news. First up, Vivek is joining in to get us all the market cues that you need to watch out for. Good morning, Vivek. It's been a bit of a choppy ride over the last few days.
Good morning, and you're absolutely right. So last couple of trading sessions, what we've actually seen is that the handover that we're getting from the global markets, equity handover, is very, very supportive. Even the kind of commodity handover that is actually supportive for Indian equities. But what we've been seeing throughout the trading session is that all of the opening gains is being wiped out completely, and we are actually seeing intensified selling pressure during the course of the day. Now, when you talk about how the handover was last night, very flat handover from the Dow Jones, especially. They ended with minor gains. So now what's actually happened is that the Dow Jones has managed to go ahead and show the longest winning streak since December of 2023. Now, coming to oil prices, another key factor, oil prices yesterday, after a brief gain on Monday, yesterday once again they ended lower. So both WTI as well as Brent futures ended lower in yesterday's trading session. Now, coming to Indian markets yesterday were a significant underperformer, especially when you're comparing it to the regional peers, ended lower for the third straight session. And in fact, the mid-cap index posted the weakest session in the last 2 trading months. Sectoral trends, yesterday it was the turn of defensives to outperform and outperform significantly. FMCG especially was the star, led by Marico, Dabur, etc. Now, when you're coming about IT stocks too yesterday saw a bit of bang, especially in the second half of the trading session. What underperformed? Well, the rest of the market did underperform, but the top underperforming sectors were, of course, the realty as well as the metal index. These were the ones that took a significant knock in trading session. Today, whole host of results reaction, and that will be key on market participants' mind. L&T will be declaring its results just post-market hours. Dr. Reddy, Pidilite, Navin Fluorine, UBL, all of these will react to the results that they've declared yesterday. Asian markets, GIFT Nifty, all of them indicating a subdued start for our own markets.
Indicating a subdued start, but let's see how subdued is the start. But thanks a lot, Vivek, for joining in. Over to Sudarshan now, who would list out the stocks that you need to watch out for. Sudarshan, good morning.
Morning, Harma. So we'll start with companies which have reported earnings, starting with Dr. Reddy's. Headline numbers have missed estimates. Revenue has missed estimates by 4% and EBITDA by 9%. Margin has come in at 26.4% versus estimates of 28%. US sales, though, are higher 26% year-on-year, but are down 3% sequentially. Voltas has reported weak earnings. UCP market share has dipped. Market share has come in at 18.7% Q4 versus 19.3% in Q3. UCP's unitary cool products, and it's the highest contributor to the company. Overall revenue is higher and it's up 10% against estimates. EBITDA and margin have come in below estimates, and EBITDA missed estimates by 34% and margin has missed estimates by 300 bips. Max Finance earnings are largely in line to marginally beat. Annualized premium equivalent is up 13%. VNB has risen 7%. Value of new business margin is down 173 bips year-on-year, but it's higher than estimates. Margin is at 28.6% versus 30.2% year-on-year and versus estimates of 28.2%. Navin Fluorine earnings have missed estimates and are down year-on-year, and company has not given any clarity on new CEO as well. Margin has come in at 18.3% versus poll of 19.3%. Talking about segments, specialty and HPP revenues are higher, while CDMO revenue is sharply lower. IGL earnings are largely in line. Revenue is up 1% and EBITDA is down 6% sequentially. Volumes have come in at 8.73 MMSCMD versus poll of 8.60, and EBITDA per SCM has come in at rupees 6.57 versus poll of rupees 7.50. Pidilite revenue and volume have come in higher than estimates, while EBITDA has missed, and this EBITDA has missed estimate due to higher brand expenses. Revenue is up 3% and EBITDA is down 4% against estimates. Consumer business volume growth has come in at 12.7% versus poll of 10 to 12%. UBL volume is higher than its guidance, but headline numbers have missed estimates. Volume has come in at 10.9% versus guidance of mid to high single-digit growth. Lastly, keep an eye on Dixon Technology. Company has entered into an agreement with Nokia to develop telecom products, and this will be manufactured at Noida facility.
Plenty of stocks to watch out for as always. Thanks a lot, Sudarshan, for that. And finally, Nigel joins in with cues from the F&O space. Nigel, good morning. Barely managed to hold on to 22,300 yesterday. What's the setup looking like?
Well, we're closer to the lower end of the range, almost of around 22,200 to 22,750 odd. So I think today, if you're an adventurous trader, maybe getting in closer to around 22,200 odd could be a little bit more favorable. So let's see how that goes. But there are some indicators that maybe we could be bracing for a bit of a bounce. You keep an eye out on the Nifty, and the Nifty Bank has its weekly expiry as well. What did the FIs do yesterday? Just take a look at that. A swing factor of 30,000 contracts. Longs came down by 11,000-12,000 contracts. Shorts went up by around 18,000 contracts. And that's where the short positioning now moves around 58%. In absolute terms, it's gradually moving to around that 1 lakh contract mark on the net short side. Gradually, just take a look at it. Now we're at around 65,000 contracts on the short side. And I like that. I want more shorts in the system. I want the PCR to come down to around 0.7 odd. That is, both those two are buy signals. Pull up the options data. Call writing was seen yet again. 22,300, 22,400, 22,500 call. Between them, there was aggressive writing out there. And that's why the PCR has come down to around 0.78 odd. We know the broad range. 0.7 on the downside till around 1.5 on the upside. So we're closer to the lower end of the range, which is an important indicator as well. The India VIX continues to move ahead. In the last 1 month or so, it's up close to around 65% approximately. But I believe that this is par for the course. Getting into an election verdict, you expect volatility and the IVs to increase on both sides, which is pushing the VIX higher. Now, keep in mind, even in 2019, we did see the similar situation where the VIX spiked up and the Nifty corrected by 500 points. Now the Nifty on a higher base has already corrected 500 points. So I think more than indicating anything, it could be a repeat of 2019 or so. The levels come up for you on the screen, both on the Nifty as well as on the Nifty Bank. And Reliance Industries is the big boy that I'm going to keep an eye out on because that's been underperforming in the last 6-7 trading sessions odd. If that can get its act together, very, very important. It's closer around the 100 EMA. So that's the one I think the bulls could turn to. Back to you.
Important levels to watch out for. Thanks a lot, Nigel, for joining in. We'll keep an eye out on all of these levels.